Good morning students, welcome back in the next video of biology. Students, we have already completed chapter number 6, that is allergy, and you have done the test paper 1 also. Today I am going to start next chapter, that is chapter number 1, tissue. So you know that cell is the basic unit of life. Cell is the basic unit of life. When similar types of cells which have same structure and perform the same function combine together to make the tissue, and different kinds of tissue make up an organ, and when different types of organ work together as a functional unit to carry out various life processes, they are known as organ system, such as respiratory system, circulatory system, excretory system, reproductive system. Hope that you have understand. Cell is the basic unit. Same type of cells performing the same function make the tissue. Many tissue combine together to form organ, and when many organs comes together and perform a functional unit to carry out life process is known as the organ system. Organs such as hearts, lungs, arteries, veins work together to make the circulatory system. Like that, many organs come together, work together to make an organ system. Today in this video we will discuss about the plant tissue. There are two types of plant tissue, meristematic tissue and the permanent tissue. So let's discuss one by one. First of all, we will discuss about the meristematic tissue. The shape of the meristematic tissue may be spherical, oval or polygonal. And then come to the cell wall. The cell wall of the meristematic tissue is small and thin. Then nucleus. Meristematic tissue have large nucleus, dense cytoplasm and small vacuoles. Large nucleus because they are continuously dividing. So the nucleus is large. Then they have the dense cytoplasm and small vacuoles. Students, do you know what is the function of vacuoles? Vacuoles are needed to store food in the cell. But meristematic tissues are not performing the storage function. They are just dividing and responsible for the growth of the plant. So they do not need to store more food. So they have the small vacuoles. Then meristematic tissue divide continuously to produce new cells. And they are the tissues which are responsible for the growth of plants. So hope that you understand about the shape. Shape is spherical, oval or polygonal. Cell wall is very small and thin. Nucleus is very large and dense cytoplasm is there with small vacuoles. And meristematic tissue divide continuously to produce new cells, and it is responsible for the growth of plants. So I have written the points so that you can easily understand the meristematic tissue. Now students, we will discuss about the types of meristematic tissue. So there are two types of meristematic tissue. One is apical meristematic tissue and second one is the lateral meristematic tissue. In the diagram also you can see apical is present in the top of the stem and lateral is inside or in between the plant body. So now discuss one by one what is the major difference between apical meristem and the lateral meristem. So apical meristem is present in the stem, root, and it grows throughout the life, means it is responsible for the length of the plant. So that is why it is present on the tip of the plant. So got it? Apical meristematic, from the name it is clear that apex of the plant, means at the top of the plant, and here it is present in the root and the shoot system, means stem and the root, so that it is responsible for the growth of the plant. Second, it is present in the tip of stem and at the roots. It is present in monocot plant. Monocot plant means the plants which have only one seed, such as grass. You can see the grass generally grow, but they do not grow in the thickness. They are growing in the length only. So mostly the apical meristem present in the monocot plants, those who have only one seed coat. Now come to the lateral meristem. So from the name itself it is clear that later on it is present in stem and root. Both are present in stem and root, but the lateral meristem is responsible for the thickness of the plant, means the thickness of the trunk of that plant. It is not present in the tips. You can see in the picture also apical is present on the tip, but later is present inside the plant. And it is present in the dicot plant. Dicot means which have two cotyledons such as mango, so that you can differentiate between the grass and the mango. In grass you can see lengthwise they are increasing, but their thickness doesn't increase. But in the mango plant you can see the length also increases, as well as the thickness of the main stem also increases, so that the lateral meristem is responsible for the thickness of the plant. And meristematic tissue that help the stem and root to grow in thickness is called cambium. So what is cambium? Meristematic tissue that help the stem and root grow in thickness is called cambium. It is not present in the tips. The lateral meristem is responsible for the lateral growth or the thickness, so it is also known as the lateral meristematic tissue or the lateral meristem. Hope that you can differentiate between both. Both are present in root and stem, but it is responsible for the length of the plant and it is responsible for the thickness of the plant, and thickness of the plant is also known as the cambium. It is present in the tips, but it is not present in the tips. Then apical meristem is present in the monocot plants, and lateral meristem is present in the dicot plant. Example is grass, and in example of lateral you can write the mango. So student, hope that you have understand about the basic unit of life, then types of plant tissue, that is meristematic and permanent tissue, and we have discussed about two types of meristematic tissue, that is apical meristem and the lateral meristem. In the next video we will discuss about the permanent tissue.